scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Hi, Susanna.
Constant timefall in this region for a while now. As a result, everything you built for us out here has been completely destroyed. The good news is, we managed to recover all cargo stored on site and transferred it to the capital Knot City Distro Center. As for the not-so-good news, Cairo printers are currently unusable due to the network instability. Given the circumstances, you might want to consider turning to your fellow porters for assistance. But I'll leave that up to you, Sam. I'm sure you'll come through for us. You always do.
How you doing, Smile Emily? Oh, this song. Here we go, here we go. I'm being crazy. Because I don't really know the song. I don't know the words. It's always absurd to hear all of the adverb verbs and the subject absurd. Where am I supposed to be at? I reality's fantasy and a place where I'm intact, but then again, I'm just on another spot where I can't relax and I want to be bigger than I ever was. No one feels to the party is a pain away, no drive insanity, but they think it's the same old thing. And I don't know if it's arbitrary, it's kind of like that. But we came at a thing, then thinking another thing, and life and ability. Now we bring that in, supreme, thinking the thing that makes us still, if it's something that is part or just for show.
I am so disappointed in all of you. You guys were ridiculous today. Can you guys look at yourselves in the mirror and say you had a good attitude? Tomorrow with a completely different attitude.
Ah, crap.
There you go.
Right.
Purchased for $100. Okay, so what does this tell you? First of all, he knew about the event that was happening at the time. He knew exactly how much it cost to get that. He did the minimum. Yeah, the minimum possible spend. But again, like we're at the point where to believe this, you have to believe that when you're playing champions, they reach a point where they go, no, you don't need to give us any more money now. After remaining 1,500, you still spent $100 on a fucking sweaty JPEG, you weirdo. Yeah, we're still $100 is like that's like chump change. You know what I mean? Like $100.
That was close.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Decontaminating suit. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Win rate? Somewhat close to this. No, you have a 4 or something last time. Okay, so the current win rate, guys, is right here. And I get it right here. It is insane. Okay, so I don't know
his great...
Yeah. And it sort of just shows that he doesn't comprehend emotions like we do because he doesn't grasp playing for fun. For him, playing is always competitive and he always has to be on top. He always has to be the victor and he always has to have people to look down on. Like, hey, I've beaten you, I'm better than you, so I know, I've got 4% win rate. Whereas most other people, like obviously outside of this spend to win gacha game, just play for fun most of the time. We all play for fun. But yeah, Will, it's competitive every time. And spoiler alert, when we get to Mario Kart, the problem with the game from the start. Right? What am I doing this for? How many games are available on Switch 2 at the moment? And people were like, well, you can play these old fighting games on it.
Beginning scan. Footwork.
Keep on keeping on.
Rest is advised.
But why would you think they're stakes? Incredible dunce. It's just a game. So it's just what everybody agrees with. One minute he's like, nah, it don't matter, there's ranking, there's no stake, you incredible dunce. Now he's like, why would I play it? There's no stakes. Like, which is it? I don't, it's a really weird place to be in terms of your enjoyment of things. How you see the fun of things. And you think that's like, he's really...
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sorry, kid.
Hey, what's up, Caitlin? How you doing? I'm just here hanging. Mm.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I'll get you to a private room soon.
Hey, Caitlin, did you hear that track from Clips? At Ace Trumpets?
I saw it on Twitter. If you put up right in the lead as YouTube, it says, please don't use hateful, racist, or something words because she's a bad word there, Pandalene. So don't let
What the hell? because that was weird. So weird.
Yeah, you could argue it also plays into like the successful.
Yes, you did it, Sam. Oh, I could kiss you, you sweet son of a bitch. I thought it was all over.
Yeah. So did I.
The age of accessories.
Have a pleasant journey. Beginning scan. Proceed to distribution center.
Thank heavens you made it. Fragile's been in a coma for a while now. But with all these cryptobiotes you brought, we should be able to bring her round. And with any luck, it'll only take a few more to get her back on her feet. You did well, Sam.
Sam.
You're back.
He's not a
It
hugger.
must have been one hell of a journey, especially on your own. But now the whole team is together again.
The whole team? Die Hardman too?
Too much traveling to and from beaches in such a short span. Chiral matter contaminated her cells, effectively causing jet lag on a molecular level. Because of that, her homeostatic mechanisms were shaken. Don't worry, she's not in any danger, but she needs some rest.
So where's the director?
He's being looked after in another room. Bridges personnel found him lying outside the isolation ward. Similar to when you came back from Cliff's Beach. Even after decontamination, she needed more and more time to recover.
Okay, let me look. Hold on a second, guys. Hang on. I don't think you should put on the leaderboard. It looks fake. Yeah, hold on. Checking this out. Okay. I'm looking at his stuff here. Hang on. Hang on, guys.
Sam. Made it.
Hungry?
I had no idea this was gonna happen. I have no idea. Okay, let me see. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I have
Thanks.
received a 99.9
Looks like you need me after all. Who'd have thought?
from Steve on the Dead's Amazing Lab.
Anyway, clock's ticking. Am I right? Sam's here. The Great Deliverer. The only one who can reach Amelie's Beach.
You're in no condition to do this. It's not fair to you or Sam.
In my own search for Amelie's Beach, I have come to realize something extraordinary. If beaches were likened to a multiverse, hers would appear to exist on a higher plane than ours.
Of course it does.
I can walk the beaches of others, but hers is beyond my reach. It's invisible, inaccessible, even to Fragile, I fear.
Fair
Imagine
enough.
it as a circulatory system, if you will. Each of our beaches is a single capillary. But Amelie's Beach is the heart that pumps blood to the rest of us. Capillaries are subordinate to the greater whole. A whole governed by the heart, which gives direction, which dictates flow, which dictates everything, controls everything. Don't you see? She is in control.
Of everything. Awesome
May
sauce.
be able to travel against the flow and reach her, but having done so, if she does not wish to let you go, if she wishes to keep you, she can.
Fragile and Die Hardman broke free from her beach, didn't they?
I don't
No.
think it was any different from what happened to you. I didn't get out because I wanted to. I was forced out, repatriated, if you will, by her.
Forced out. Why?
This is only a theory, but she wants you to go to her. That's her final wish, don't you think?
So that's it, huh? Amelie's the EE, and this is her endgame. Just so we're clear, if I want to stop the last stranding and come back in one piece, I need to go to her beach and talk her out of it. That about right?
Correct. As cliche as it sounds, you're our only hope.
No.
Though quite frankly, I doubt even you can change her mind.
If you can't make her see reason, you'll have to kill her. And if you kill her...
You'll save the world, but you'll be stranded outside of it. Forever.
Eh. Let's go.
Might as well make it official then. You ready to deliver the package? I'll talk to her. Maybe she'll listen. But with the shape the world's in, it'll only be delaying the inevitable. Still, if it buys us time to try and build something better, a new lease on life, at least for a little bit.
Then why not?
I can think of one woman who made the most of a chance like that. Nothing lasts forever, not even the world. But we gotta keep it going as long as we can, right? Patch the holes, change the parts, all that. So we can say we had a good run, that we lived.
Thought you didn't like having to handle things with care.
Because it was hard enough keeping my own shit together. Back when we met at the cave, the only thing I cared about was making it to the next sunrise. Sure as hell didn't care about America or the future. I was living a lie, hung up on past regrets. I was broken. But somewhere along the way, I started changing. Started meeting people that made me think that maybe it wasn't all bad. People that put their faith in tomorrow, and in me. That kept the lights on, and waited for hope to arrive. So I gotta deliver, for their sake.
Even if it means you never come back?
Yep.
Fucked if I do, fucked if I don't, right? Take care of Lou.
That old chestnut.
I will.
Couldn't find a working still mother east of Port Knot City. Kid's done enough. No more.
All right. I'll do my best to nurse our little one back to health.
I died so many freaking times on this game. And I wasn't even going gung-ho.
Okay, concentrate. Help me look for Emily. Reach for her, Sam. Feel her. I know you love her. You love her. There.
He hasn't touched another human in quite some time. You know, this is my question. Why does everybody have to do the psychopath play? I mean, the sacrifice play. Why is that always the way?
There you are.
He doesn't register a
And then got it. Got it. That's what it is. Got it. No, got it. Got it. No, just step it. Got it. No,
You wanna go home? Let's go home.
no, it, got it. Yeah.
I know the way.
It's gonna be all hundreds. Looking at my temperatures. No, really got it. I don't know. Let's do this. Get up, stop. I'm not ready. I don't get it. Go. I don't really do what they want. What they got it. No. Tell me. Get up. Like on. Get it. Right. Get up. Let it flow. I don't know. Learn. Go. Let it flow. Ew. Now, wait, get that up. Like, where we gotta go. I don't really find where I'm at. I don't really know. I don't do it. Keep going. I don't really know. Am I running right way up the beach? Am I running around here along the shore? Am I supposed to bring it up to the point where the point is? Let it go. It ain't rapping. It ain't metal. I'm not level. How you doing, Farming Andy? I'm chilling. I don't know where it is I'm supposed to go. I'm just running around the beach once again. All alone, man. This is gonna drive me insane. Like back in the day when I had to play a game called Max Payne. But it's afternoon where you're at. It is early morning here. It's like 4:31, but I got off work at like about mid. Well, I got off at like about 11:30, close to midnight. I didn't get home till about 12 and some change. But you been okay? Are you having what they call a good day? This is called Death Stranding. That's Norman Reedus from Boondock Saints. He's also in Blade Part 2. He's a Daryl on Walking Dead. I just wanted a simple game. This game's anything but simple.
What took you so long?
12:25 p.m.'s dinner time there?
You still
I thought that was lunch.
Who are you?
You must be... Are you in like Europe? Somewhere near there, maybe yeah.
Sam, listen to me.
Okay, that's not scary. This game is weird. Hey, that's what one of the people I used to play games with is at. It was so hard to coordinate days to play.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Great
I've been
Britain.
waiting for you. Right here, ever since.
Oh, you're playing
You're
Farming
supposed to
Simulator?
stop me. Stop all of this.
I haven't gotten to mess with that one yet. I mean, most sim games, I'm either good at them or I'm trash.
Yes,
Mostly trash.
it's me, Sam.
I mean, it depends on which one I'm playing.
Where's Amelie?
They're not bad.
Where she's always been.
Like, I was starting to play
Nowhere.
Power Wash Simulator, but
My daughter, Samantha, America's
I should have
child,
stayed
doesn't
more on
exist.
that game now that I think about it. Because I try to play games that I can pretty much play in my sleep because I use them more like background.
Not in
But
your world.
I found one game that I've actually, I found this game and here I am engaged in the whole story.
I've had to wear a mask for so long. Amelie,
Made by the guy that did the Metal Gear
both
series.
a part of me.
What's that supposed to mean?
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions.
So what are you playing it on? Are you playing it on PC or are you playing it on... Are you playing it on a console right now? The Farming Simulator?
Evolution in jowl movement technology. It's glorious. 60 FPS joules per second.
Do you understand, Sam? Amelie and Bridget. Those are just names. What I am is an extinction entity. So, knowing what you know now, you have two choices.
Oh, it's an Xbox game. And it's on PS5. I wonder if it's free. I only play the ones that come with my, that are on my Plus.
What happened here, you know? Would be straight on to the afterlife. But no,
Your Xbox in it. Very nice.
killing you would be a terrible mistake.
You know, I'm not huge on Xbox. I don't knock it. Me and the controller kind of get along, but I will say this. Huge Knights of the Old Republic fan, you know, from the old school Xbox. And I was, unlike a lot of other people, I was really big into Fable.
A seam has formed from
And my former roommate, me and him used to play a lot of Army of Two together.
And soon it will be inundated by a vast surge of antimatter starting here. In a flash, this world will be no more.
Oh, yeah, man. I like PC games, kind of. It depends. But I'm more of an old head, so, like,
Big Bang.
I don't know, the stuff I used to play on there was like, you know, Duke Nukem and whatnot. And even worse, like Carmen Sandiego, things like that. But like PC first-person shooters, like keyboard and mouse, never been that good at it.
Me and bear witness to the very end.
Which is weird, because like,
Watch it burn.
fighting games, I can play them well with a good joystick, as long as I'm playing at a cabinet.
Until the last flame winks out.
But you know, to each their own on however they do it. But yeah, I think sim games are better on PC, definitely.
There's long left anyway.
Like Warcraft. You know, I used to love real-time strategy games like
The
Warcraft
second choice.
before it became WoW.
In expanding the network, you brought people and their beaches together, integrating them into a greater whole.
I sure hope I ain't gonna have to fight her, because that would be
And
weird.
in doing so, you also bound them to my beach. The very beach where I opened the gates to the other side. You can't stop what's coming. But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps...
But if you
can
have dinner
stop
at like
this war.
12:25,
You might
that means you must
just
go to
prevent
bed
my
early.
standing. And mankind will live to die another day.
And it doesn't
Which,
have to
yeah,
end.
that's cool. But for me, like, I guess early is relative, right? Like, usually I go to bed around sunrise. Like, I can't help it.
To tell you
I've always worked night jobs, and even as a kid, I'd almost have to get beaten to go to sleep. I could not sleep when the sun was
which is
down.
why we must sever our connection.
That'll be it. The end of the Death Stranding.
You can't stop the inevitable. The sixth extinction will happen either today or tomorrow. You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices.
Wonderful choices that we have to make.
You kept it all this time. Perhaps you still have a chance to stop this nightmare. You brought the world together. You have the right to decide. Pull the rope or cut the noose.
Bit of an insomniac, are you?
Don't hesitate.
You know?
I'm ready, Sam Strand.
I can be.
Your choice.
Especially when I'm not working.
Wait,
When I'm not working, I
what to do.
really am awake far too much.
After everything, how could you not?
Probably why messing with all them drugs back in the day was a bad idea.
I'm here for you. Always. Like you were for me.
Maybe I should have popped the catheter.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you.
Ah,
When you're all grown up,
that makes sense.
to make us whole.
That makes total sense. I mean, if I'm
And when the
actors,
time
man,
comes,
I'm actors.
You'll have to stop.
Like,
You are
probably,
the
I'll
only
keep
one
going, I'll keep going. But
Promise you'll remember.
the only problem I have with that is I am prone to passing out.
I'll be waiting for you on
Like,
the
I won't just be like, oh, I'm tired. I'll just drop.
I remember.
But luckily, that's not like a regular occurrence.
You always knew.
I did and I didn't. I had so many dreams of the future. I didn't know which ones to trust.
I feel you.
Which is why I decided to share them.
So in the metal yard, what, were you a welder?
To connect the dots. To make sense of everything. You need perspective. You need time. Time.
Yeah, I'm actually asking.
I am not a line. I am a single point. Which is why all I could do was just show you the choices and let you decide.
Our nightmares or your dreams?
Yeah, so did my friend.
You found the common thread. The strand that links them together.
He loved doing it.
And you did that the only
Any
way
type of
possible.
metal work, really.
To live life one day at a time. Thank you, Sam. A gun won't help you here.
Yeah, I didn't really think it
But
would.
still has a role to play. It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach.
Nice.
Shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in. Come on.
Once the last stranding starts, it can't be stopped. I can't go with you. All I can do is try to spare you the worst.
Why do you have to stay on the beach?
Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Alone?
That's what an EE does.
An extinction event personified.
If I had
Hey,
just done
kind
my
of like,
job.
what was it?
None of this would have happened.
The Darkness
But
is Supernatural.
I couldn't take it anymore. I got so
I
tired
really need to finish that
of waiting,
series.
and I figured that no one would blame me if I just got it all
I
over
got so
with.
far, I don't know what happened with the final season. Oh yeah, so much stress went down.
That's what I did.
Sounds like hell.
But you and the others came together, connected. And you may be living on borrowed time, but you still have hope. Before each of the Big Five, life rebelled. They fought back, evolved in order to survive.
Yeah, that's how that works.
The extinction.
Or how did Dr. Manhattan put it? Nothing ever really ends.
It's an opportunity.
But it doesn't matter to have existential philosophies. Or existential talk. I don't know. I'm not all awake.
To be the sacrifice, then so be it.
Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Yeah, this really does.
Even if we aren't together,
It's they call it a walking sim,
we will always be.
but there is some action in there, and if you choose to go to certain places on here, you do a lot of action. And I was just kind of running through the game, so it's not like I went full tilt. Like I didn't do all of, like, I'm not a platinum hunter or nothing. I just like to see a good story. Although sometimes it can be mildly frustrating when there's like 3 or 4 endings. That annoys me. But there's some pretty good fights in this game. Why is his hue off? I love that word. Hue. Pretty stellar cast too. It's got they used kind of a Guillermo del Toro look like for it.
A gun
They-
won't help you here, but it still has a role to play.
And then another person, they had Mads Mikkelsen, which I like him as Hannibal Lecter. Well, if you have yeah, it's probably free. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. I thought so. I like Guillermo del Toro. Well, a couple of his newer movies weren't as good, but probably because it wasn't my taste. Like I wasn't much into The Shape of Water. Visually stunning, but you know. Well, am I deed? I'm back at the beach.
quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. When you were young, you used to have bad dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine.
Awesome sauce.
For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping. In my waking hours, too.
Who's texted me?
In my dreams, I watched the world end. So many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again, and again, and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come. Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the last strand. As I have today.
Hideo Kojima. Well, so much for drowning. Yep. I'm gonna look up the next game I want to play too. Most of the time, like I said, I just stream the games. I've been doing this thing lately where I'm trying to like play them to the end.
The first operation, I was only 20. I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach. But the moment I came round, I was back in the hospital bed. I was split across two worlds. Bridget, my ha in that one. Amelie, my ka in this. Somehow, the two of us managed to coexist. Soon, our ages began to diverge. Only Bridget's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same. So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father. Look. Amelie. Is French for soul. A soul that's alive. There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach. I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the
Oh no, this game isn't over.
because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future.
like I can leave, so you know. They do make it seem like it's over, though.
Can't be over already.
Amelie! Hey!
Oh yeah, this game's it's got a lot of cool online features. Like you don't actually, not actually multiplayer, but you can use people's structures and stuff that they build in the game and share weapons and do deliveries for them. It was just hard. It's hard to explain the game. Like essentially, it's a walking delivery sim with one hell of an engaging story.
I realized the beach was connected to the world of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond
Hey,
it were
Marianne, how you
memories
doing?
of time itself, including those of every organism that had ever lived. 4.6 billion years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe. The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed. But shortly after we began our research, America saw its first void out. I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible. The past held all the answers. If only I could
I
find
haven't
what
even been to
was
sleep
meant
yet.
a network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies, children bound to the world of the dead. What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions?
Oh,
The answers to those
well, at least y'all are
questions
gonna eat.
would tell me how to stop the 6th. I founded bridges, more determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became. My Ha had cancer. The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone.
Of course.
I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one.
I just haven't been to sleep yet. It's almost sunrise
A
here.
Big Bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives
Oh, I
must
could have skipped
inevitably
this.
die. The universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off. But somehow, life always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos.
Yeah, that's life. Life always
I'm
gives the
starting to
middle
think
finger.
that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself.
Oh, you got the rain coming?
They defy the universe and
Yeah.
refuse to surrender. They say,
Yeah, they want to here, but
just
half the
get
time they don't. So
extinction.
they give, and they do, and they take, and they give, and they go, back and forth, yada yada. But, you know. Oh, hey, Ron. Run. Some very interactive credits. Hey, Rachel Hollick. I remember him. Yeah, I hope everybody gravy. That's what I always say. Either I hope all is well or I hope everybody gravy. Akira Muda. Yeah, the lighting art on this is wait. Sutomo Hashiguchi.
I pulled the trigger twice that day. I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam. There you are.
Later best days, later worst days, later happy days. I hope everybody's just enjoying. I wonder if Roadhog is here. Roadhog will probably watch it later today.
You want to go home? Let's go home. I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay.
Yeah, me and Farmhand have been talking actually. We've been just sitting here chopping it up.
But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you. I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, a Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void outs. A catalyst that
Yeah,
would set the world path to
Ron has a
extinction.
fun stream too.
It was
They
my
be
duty to
dancing,
serve as
singing,
a sacrifice,
chilling.
to wait and watch it unfold from
Very
my
vibrant
stage.
channel.
That
My channel is more
simple
like
as
a
finding an end this slow
random channel. I always call it random
Given
because
these, my only
there's no
options,
rhyme or reason to
I
any of
chose
it.
to end it
I
quickly.
just like
But to
pressing
trigger
the
Death
record
Stranding,
button.
I needed you. A part of
Sometimes I
me.
just talk to the camera,
You too.
and then sometimes I stream and prefer to
I would be
chop it
able
up with
to
y'all.
witness
See how
extinction
y'all are doing.
consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
You know, if it's all inevitable and stuff, why are you trying to make it all quicker? I'm just saying, if it's inevitable, just let it ride. Troy Baker, he's always got a game. I used to want to do voiceover work. I still kind of do, but I don't know how to get into that. I was never an actor. I thought it was crazy that they had Conan O'Brien in this game. Fantastic. That dude's everywhere. Sure, you can have one. These things don't last. Every time I decide to check the studio on my phone, it says, "Congratulations, you got rid of all your mods." I'm like, I did what now? That's the extent of my technological know-how. In other words, it does not exist. Oh, snap. Edgar Wright was in this? I love Edgar Wright. And Junji Ito. Manabu Makame. See, I knew Conan O'Brien was in this, but Edgar Wright? Edgar Wright, you know, he had a great show I used to watch called Spaced with Simon Pegg. You know, before they did the, what is it, the Cornetto trilogy? Blood and Ice Cream, you know, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and let me go, World's End or At World's End? I forget. But yeah, like I said, Farman Andy, I don't know how to get into that, like to get plugged into it. I always thought it was funny that you need a headshot and a resume to do voice acting. How would you care what I look like?
But that's business. Yeah, Spaced was awesome. I am kind of sad it never got a proper ending. But you know what? That's probably my beef with when I watch British series, any series, because you know, out here we call them seasons. Out there y'all call them series, but like a season out here you might get. What if you were on national? If you're actually on television, like regular TV, you might get 20 episodes on a season. You know, nowadays I guess the standard's like 10, but there were some shows I used to watch that came out of there where they would call it series one and it'd be like 4 episodes. I used to be like, what the hell? Oh, good. I'm back up. All right. What exactly service does the gun have? Well, secure design. Probably. I don't know if that's a bot name or not. I wouldn't care if they are. Yeah, yeah, series and seasons. Like, we'll have a series, but we don't call it like series 1, series 2, series 3. It'll be just season 1, 2, 3 of one series. Well, yeah, I did notice that. But I get it because I know that a lot of shows, well, not a lot of shows, but some of the shows I used to watch, they would frequently change out characters. So I guess their series is over. You know, like when I used to watch called Misfits, where they would frequently change out people. So it was the end for that series and this person in there. I guess I can see it from that way, but I don't really know. I'm not out there. I just know out here, like a way that I used to see a lot of those series was on like PBS. You know, some old comedies like Are You Being Served and Benny Hill, and like what was that other one? My grandma was addicted to it, and I can't get into it. The same that Doctor Who show. Yeah, I know Doctor Who is, but that show's literally been around forever. Yeah, you're on the beach, dude. Where are you gonna go? If you're already in the land of the dead, I don't really think a gun's gonna help you stay there.
Live together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone.
Open all hours. I used to like this one called, well, I didn't like it, but I used to watch it with this girl I used to hang out with. It was called Peep Show. I like the idea of it being POV. But now, like, it's really hard to, like, determine what somebody will call an old show, because some show I don't even think of as being that old. Hey, Ron. I don't know. I seriously assumed that you were busy making your video. I figured you was doing your stream. Your stream has all the music in it, pizzazz. and the fun. Mine is just, if you see my streams when I'm not playing games, they're usually called the bus stop.
Don't give up. You're still connected.
I should use that image picture, but I don't have anything to edit photos, because otherwise I'd crop the bus stop on here. I can see the sun coming up.
Gotcha.
Oh, that was weird. It's funny, I've been following this guy's career for years. Years. I think like since 2000. Wait, 2001-ish. Because Boondock Saints was one of my favorite movies coming up. Time to reassimilate. Oh, that baby don't have color no more. That's not good. Yeah, she had a lot of good pills.
For too long have we lived as strangers to one another.
Nah, Marianne does too.
Built to keep us
But one of the
safe.
people she talks to streams just like
But
how
now,
I
with the
do.
completion of
Like
the
I
Chiral
always stream
network,
from my
we may
POV,
at
which means you
last
barely
move
ever see my
forward
face unless I'm
as
on
a
this
people
camera.
united. Today we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation. A new nation for a new world. The United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are. Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another. Where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard. But I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future. The Death Stranding.
I will say this
is a
though,
part of that
one of the
past.
cool sauce shows I used to
An
watch
enduring shadow.
was called Hustle.
Constant reminder
It
of what
reminded me of Leverage.
that we stand here
I think they
today
came out around the
is
same time.
testament not to the
Funniest
greatness of
part
any one
about
individual,
that
but
is when people
our
say that they would rip off of each other. I'm like, well, they both rip offs of It Takes a Thief, so whatever, which was a rip off of Robin Hood, which is nothing but another story that's told in a different way. People about that kind of stuff.
all things must come to an end, ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find
The
joy in
chickens
the
are awake.
promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure.
The ducks and the chicks are up too.
President Bridget Strand and her
Sorry, I'm in the backyard.
Samantha America Strand sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts. We will always remain connected. There's another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized.
I gotta get sleep.
America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. The name is unimportant. You know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message. It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on,
Going somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great. Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you back from the beach? We were going to use the doll.
Sorry, I haven't seen any of the messages. I was downstairs. And my cell phone,
I think it is.
I'm not reading the chat on.
What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately...
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone.
You gonna be live streaming? Nice. Nah, almost everybody that I talk to here do some good streams. They make good content. A couple of people I see on here that I talk to don't actually. They don't make anything, but they're cool to chill with.
Every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hardman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach.
Interesting.
And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochner via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position, so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope.
It's kind of funny.
I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Since people call the gun a stick out here.
Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff. BB's mother's name was Lisa Bridges. Cliff's common-law wife.
Lisa Bridges?
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces. Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one, besides us, with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The President's got some dirty, dirty laundry. I don't trust him. But I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Sam.
I swear he looks like Tony Todd, but without the cool
I don't
deep
expect
voice.
you to forgive me. But would you hear me out?
I don't want to.
I killed Captain Clifford Unger. I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart. She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know that not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help.
It usually
Or
doesn't.
the mask. Please.
Or the dope.
Let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die. He brought my sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him as much as I loved her.
You got a lot to go deal with, Holmes. I'll see you later.
And when he stared me down, that ghost, I knew he was here to kill me, to make it right. And why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back. I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me.
Okay.
But I don't deserve it, God damn it!
Start working on your redemption, Holmes.
There is no atoning for what I've done. God.
Why I gotta know about this? Oh, wait. You're his son. It's a tad dramatic.
But maybe this is the next best thing.
Yeah, does my man Andy stream
from the beach
somewhere else?
for a reason. One last time. wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Yeah, but he's gonna go into isolation, so...
Thank you, Sam.
Hmm.
Hey, Sam. Been waiting for you. Lou?
Dead?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
Damn it.
The decommissioning order finally came through. Can't risk necrosis. The body can't stay here. I thought you might want to take care of it. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order. And there are laws about that kind of thing, now that we're a nation. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if the alternative is defying the president, I can't do that either. Not me.
All right. I'll go to the incinerator.
Before you leave, I'd like to check something quickly. I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. I trust you'll remember what I said.
Right. Absolutely. Thanks for everything.
He's not a clone, he's a Frankenstein created through a vision of a man's mind. That face, that soul, that rhyme is mine. But y'all don't know this Frankenstein.
How's the weather?
Don't think you'll be needing an umbrella. I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry. I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time. UCA's got my back. We're the first private delivery company to get the official approval.
Sounds like you're moving up in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wait. There's something I have to tell you. I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger. So I let him choose. Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
He'll be back.
Fair enough. You never did like breaking things.
That's right. I find and fix what's broken. And reconnect. I'm fragile.
But not that fragile.
Wanna come work for me? Could use a man like you.
The world's still broken. Same as before.
What isn't? But we're still here. We're still chugging along.
Not everyone. Not me.
Come on. You put America back together, didn't you?
Doesn't mean there's a place for me. I've got no ties to anyone or anything. I might as well be dead. I felt like that when we first met in the cave. I still do.
Don't act like you're the same person. You've learned how to touch, to feel. You've connected with people. With us.
Everything I touch, I lose.
Very sad.
Sam!
You don't lose them cryptids. You keep eating them.
Come on, Lou. One last delivery.
Hey, Farmman Andy. Oh man, all these copyrights. Yeah, well, I don't get paid for this anyway, so I don't gotta worry about it too hard. I gotta go. Sometimes things are inevitable. You can't run from it. My brain just gonna head that with it. And maybe you'll find your peace through it all. Beautiful song. No, that's my voice. My voice crackles. And also it's just let me see. That's why. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I didn't even know.